Some of these loose ends are starting to tie themselves up. Now I just gotta keep going. There's only one way to go from here. Forward.
So the next question I have is, who placed that wooden box at the scene?
It was Mr. Dingling, of course. He connected it to a rope. Then all he had to do was lower it down.
Allow me to whip some sense into you, Mr. Phoenix, right? I told you the ringmaster's head could have been anywhere when he listed the box.
That's why the box was so specially made.
Specially made?
Indeed. It had the most peculiar feature. I mean, the pepper shaker is weird.
The description mentions the weight.
The weight is in the description.
The pepper shaker inside.
Yeah. The box had a remarkable weight.
Weight? According to the court record, it weighs 20 pounds.
Just to lift up this wooden box, it would have required.
Oh, I see. One would have to squat down, then lift it up with their body, wouldn't you say?
That's exactly what I was trying to point out. The box is also very large.
The box also has carrying handles on either side, doesn't it?
That is correct. To lift up the box, you'd have to squat down. Which means, no matter who you are, your head would be in an approximately the same place.
Fool!
Does he even bother to listen to me anymore?
I've heard what you had to say. I must admit, I'm shocked at your imaginative skills. Did you do it? Did you place this wooden box in the plaza? Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I could never have done what he's proposing.
What?
Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Max's bust?
Of course I remember. It was on top of the table in the cafeteria.
Then what happened to it? I'd like you to remember one important fact, Mr. Wright. I could not possibly leave the lodging house by myself.
Fuck this.
That means you understand what I mean, don't you? I may very well have been able to drop the bust from my room. However, how would I have gotten the bust from the cafeteria to my room?
Fuck this.
Here we go, baby.
This sucks.
You see, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Explain that. Don't forget, you said there was no accomplice.
This is bullshit.
Tell us exactly how the witness would have carried the bus from the cafeteria.
This fucking sucks. I'm so mad at this. I'm furious at this specific point.
It made no sense back then. I guess.
Now I'm thinking like, okay, if I made a game like this, right? And you were on the right track, but you're on the right track at the wrong time. I would have to stop, and this would take weeks to come up with a solution. Yeah. I can't pull it out on the fly right now. I'd have to sit down and talk to the designers, and we'd have to have multiple meetings about how to approach it. Okay. But there would have to be something to indicate that you're not wrong, but you're not doing this in the right order.
Yeah.
And that you need to establish and then prove a point, right? And if you were to do it without that, it would just be a lazier way to make the game. And it would really annoy me. This type of shit, fucking, oh man. You know? That's the thing, is in the nature of a visual novel style engine too is also its own limitation.
Right.
But I would have to design a game in a way that could support that. Like, the game wants you to guess and bluff in a lot of cases, and it's establishing, and this is overall what the Phoenix Wright thing is, like, being a lawyer, and it means a lot of things, but in this video game it means a very specific thing.
Yeah.
And sometimes
follow the path.
Right. And sometimes you don't know what the path is, so you have to bluff. They also want that to be part of it too. But like, if you are doing something or asking certain questions, like, it would be nice for there to be a way to be like, okay, you're piecing together a picture here, but you don't fully get it.
Interesting theory, but there's no link to that at this point. Perhaps you should take another path to it or whatever. Like,
something.
Yeah.
Something, you know? And then if you really want to go like pie in the sky on it, you fucking, outside of this, you can add, here is a corkboard. Drag the photos to the spaces on the corkboard and draw the lines from which to where with the relation. I don't know, but something, you know? Yeah. It's interesting. It'd be really funny if I went on that big tangent, only for it not to be at all.
All right, Mr. Wright, let's hear your explanation. How did the witness get the bust from the cafeteria back to his room?
I swear to God. Fuck you.
Oh yeah, baby.
Fuck you.
A monkey?
And that's from the heart.
The same monkey you mentioned earlier before, like 3 case points ago?
Yeah, the one that I was willing to consider an accomplice, you know, and if you want to say that a monkey's not an accomplice, that I say we put a bird on the stand.
Fair enough.
Everyone knows money. He loves shiny objects of any size.
Oh, like when he stole the ventriloquist's ring. So, are you saying the witness had a monkey steal the bust?
Of course he didn't order the monkey to steal it. The monkey stole it on his own. And then he brought it back home.
Home?
Money lives in Acro's room.
Acro's room? But the bust was bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't all that shiny.
Maybe you should put the whip down sometimes and read the court record.
My, those are some very nice cards he's holding.
Yes, and they're made of platinum, which is very shiny. Acro? Money's a strong monkey, right? It'd be easy for him to bring the bus back to your room.
If he wasn't able to handle that himself, I'd be on the market for a new roommate. Order! Order! I said order! Miss Von Karma! Where is the bus in question at this moment?
Could you see a pathway in this where it's like, was he his accomplice? Maybe he just didn't know it yet. Was a line.
Oof.
Could you see that being a line in this? I could. I could 100% envision that.
Like, before when you presented it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, that would be a... yeah? I don't know. We're searching for it as we speak. This is a rather strange turn of events. But let's say that the monkey had not stolen the bust. What would have happened then?
Well, in that event, something else would have been used as the murder weapon.
Wait. Then you mean this bust was the murder weapon? Purely by accident?
It's possible. Maybe Acker saw Money's mountain of stolen goods and thought to use one of them. Anyway, I think we've more than proven one critical fact. Namely, that it was entirely possible that Acker was the murderer.
Moron! Schwachsinniger!
Excuse me?
Schwachsinniger! Idiot! Fool!
Ah. I see.
In Deutsch.
It's a very...
I know you Americans, you might be scared by this word.
It's a multifaceted word.
I know.
Okay.
Mr. Wright's argument was so circular, I'm still a bit dizzy. However, his argument does hold water. There's no denying that. No! Don't seem so flamboozled, especially by this fraud of an attorney.
Fraud?
You've forgotten the absolute most important thing, Mr. Phoenix, right?
And what is that? The fact that you have the past and you're the only LPer on the planet that can pull that joke off?
You should know. You forgot that your fraud of a magician client was spotted at the scene of the crime. There is no reason to doubt the clown's testimony. That's true. How do you respond to that, Mr. Wright?
There's no reason to doubt the clown's testimony.
Nick, don't let her beat you now.
I won't. This is my chance to turn the trial around.
When the murder occurred, there were two people at the scene of the crime. One was the victim, Russell Berry, and the other was the murderer himself. Answer this and only this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Oh, time to save.
They're doing triple damage, man.
Oh.
Like, arbitrarily.
Save your daten well. Who was the murderer the clown saw?
He saw Max's
I asked, who was the other person Mo saw on the scene? That evidence has nothing to do with the question.
Objection! Au contraire, my frère! Mon frère. It does indeed have something to do with the question.
With the wrong accent, god damn it.
C'est pas grave?
They put accent aigu, it's accent grave.
Ah, c'est grave, oui.
Ouais,
Okay.
du diable.
Mo said that he said, like, nothing like localization to rip you right out of it, huh?
I'm so...
You really were the right person for that job.
Anyway, like, it should be clean. It should be clean, but I guess nobody cares. Not even the English localization people. Yeah.
Mo said that he saw Max's silhouette, but he did not actually see the man himself. It wasn't a human being he saw.
Whoa, hey, whoa. How is that possible?
It's simple, really. What Mo actually saw that night was Max's bust.
What are you talking about? Have you tried using your brain at all in this case? The silhouette, he was wearing a cloak! He saw he was wearing a cloak!
There's no reason why you couldn't attach a cloak to the bust. It would be easy to hang one of the cards out in the bust. It would be easy to hang one off the cards in the bust's hands.
Idiot! Who in their right mind would put a cloak on a bust?
Okay, so she's not being willfully ignorant, she's just dumb.
At this point in time, absolutely.
It doesn't matter who put it on the bust.
Just wait a minute now, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? That question is of the utmost importance to this case. Don't you agree?
You got me.
So let's have it, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? Mm-hmm. Who done did it? It was Regent!
Money steals the statue, brings it back from the cafeteria to the room. Box gets placed outside. Meeting time is planned. Intent to murder the person who walks over and bends over to pick up the box. The box serves its place as an X on the spot. Simple enough to assume that part of his plan was to dress the statue up as if it were Max, so that people would think that's what happened.
To fool the clown and to fool... Yeah. And at which point did they have put the cloak on the bus?
Because you're either going back to the well, like, okay, so we've exhausted. Okay, by game logic, again, I have to make assumptions. Game logic is not saying that there's any reason to say that Money did anything besides what he always does, which is steal shiny things. So Money stole the shiny thing, and that was Money's role.
And someone saw someone walk with the cloak?
Yes. And the person didn't acknowledge or say anything. So it's like, we don't have any reason... We don't have any reason to be like... Like, you have to make a leap again, right? That has not been established yet. It's like you hit a wall, and then the next connection is out in the ether, right? So to connect that next point, you have to leap towards the idea that Acro's stuck in his room and he's not able to do what we're describing. So he's not the one that got Max's cape from, where it was, and stole the items and used them to cover things up. Money would have only stolen the bust if he saw it uncovered.
Okay.
So there's no reason to believe it was covered up at the cafeteria.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Nor is there any reason to believe that Money carried it while it was covered with the hat past the door, making him think it was a person or some shit like that. We don't know that it's like, oh,
he's carrying it above his head.
Like, we don't know that that's the case, but it's like, is he tall enough? There's too many unanswered questions about that type of thing, right? That's I'm like, if you're putting it on that.
Put a funny idea in my head, though.
I know, but I already hit that point, and I went like, they didn't talk about Money's height or any of the, you know what I mean? Like, it would explain why he wasn't acknowledging him, but I'm like, okay, what else do we have to go with? The other possibility is that he's like, oh, you're saying Ben saw what was going on and helped out, but then it's like, no, because you didn't think that's what was going on. You were confused and you just hate Max, so he's not in on the plot there. And then you're like, all right, well, she's pretty evil. And there's that. But revenge on her is what Acro wanted because of what happened to Bat.
Yeah.
So the only person that reasonably could have done this would have been Acro himself in order to hide his crime. But if they're asking me how, I don't have that information yet. So I'm gonna say him because he would patch the plan to hide the murder weapon as a fake person, and he would also hatch the plan to use strings that we don't know exist yet to pull it back up from the window. But we have not yet started discussing that.
I wonder, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Didn't the defendant wear his cloak the entire time he was at practice? So then, how did this person get a hold of the cloak?
Well...
Furthermore, how would this person have gotten the cloak onto the bust, I wonder? Because this person was not spotted at the scene.
I'm sorry. But she's so nice about telling me I'm wrong, it hurts even more.
The famous Von Karma carrot and whip approach. So let's have it, Mr. Wright. Put the cloak on the bust. So Russell Berry got to the box and bent down to pick it up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as he went down, the bust fell on him.
Mm-hmm. It hit him in the head.
Yeah. And he fell on top of the box, which contained the pepper. Is there a chance that Russell Berry knew what was in the box?
Russell Berry... Hold up. He showed up because he saw the paper. And he saw the paper because it was... he thought it was directed at him for killing the lion. And he was embarrassed by that. The whole sequence of what went down with the lion and the pepper and bat, we don't have that part.
Okay.
But either way,
I'm making some flimsy lines in my head.
Sure, because I'm like, he's dead. He's not.
He's dead.
He's not putting the bust, the cloak on the bust.
Yeah, he's dead. Is there a possibility that if Regina is responsible for Bat's accident with Leon, with the pepper and the scarf, that the pepper was hidden in the box and Russell Berry was trying to take care of that evidence?
It's possible. And
then the bust being dropped on him was to for some reason that happened.
But that doesn't answer this question.
That doesn't answer the question.
Like what he knew. Like here's the thing. I think what you're describing is totally possible, but I don't think it's going to come up in this murder case in the sense that those are the details that come about when they're telling you why he showed up to the murder spot, right? And you could be right. I could be wrong on this, but I think what we're doing is they establish the whole backstory of Leon getting murdered and the pepper and all that stuff and the note to just go like, hey, this is what happened 6 months ago, and this is the inciting drama that led to the current murder case. So like that's the type of stuff where how he felt about it and all that stuff, they'll clear that motive up. But suffice to say, he grabbed the note and walked over to the scene. You know?
Yeah, okay.
So that's not related right now to the specifics of like where the cloak came from and how it got to the bust. And like, yeah, if it wasn't Acro in the room doing it, would it be... I can't see how it would be Money. Because Money stole... Money stole the statue from the cafeteria
and put it in the room
and brought it to the room.
In the stash.
So the uncovered statue was stolen and brought back to the stash. And then in Acro's room, he grabbed it and did the crime. But the fake person that went by.
Could Russell have seen Regina in the meantime?
When?
Was Max and Russell in the same room discussing
His pay?
the pay?
Prior to that?
And did we hear that Russell left with the cloak? Did he leave the room with the cloak?
That's where I brought up the weather conversation.
Yes, the cold
because
stuff, right?
that's the only time that was discussed was the possibility that he left the room with the cloak because of the weather. But like if okay, he died and then he put it on. Like
and there's only one set of footsteps in the snow.
there is, so that it had to be lifted out of the scene. The crime had to happen from the window and then back up.
Fool! Him? You are saying it was the victim himself? Russell Berry?
That's what I'm saying.
Is the victim himself placed the cloak on the bust?
Place the cloak isn't really the right way of putting it.
Then what would be the right way of putting it, Mr. Wright? Explain yourself! Nick, do you really have a handle on all this?
I'm fine, Maya. I'm finally putting the pieces together. There's really only one picture I can paint anyway. Alright. So do you want to know what really happened that night? Let's step back in time. Acro used a rope to lower the wooden box onto the scene. A rope that would have been a pretty useful thing to have in the court record. He then attached that rope to the bust. Dangled the bust out of the bedroom window directly above the wooden box. At the same time, the ringmaster told Max to wait in his room and went to the scene. Of course, at the time, the ringmaster was wearing Max's costume. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him that night. But just as he feared, he was spotted at the entrance of the lodging house. But none other than the ventriloquist and his puppet, Ben and Trilo. He hid so that no one would know he was the murderer going to do the guilty thing. When the ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift the wooden box. And that's when Acro took his chance and released the rope. Now this is when the magic happens. At the very instant that the bust hit the victim,
Oh, shit. That was so bad. That was legendarily bad. That was so freaking... Oh my god. Dude.
I actively dislike the franchise more as of this moment. I like Phoenix Wright less as an IP based on the last things that just happened right now.
Understandable. Yeah, that was something.
When people said this is the worst case, I mean, I have to give it to them. Because...
yeah, up to now, that takes the cake.
Because we had seen enough really bad things to sufficiently check that box. Length, too long. Characters, terrible.
Mechanics,
awful.
obtuse.
Obtuse. Fun. Not
Lacking.
for the subpar.
Subpar, yeah.
Right? Creeps. More than 3.
Chock full.
Solutions. Make Bat the same age as Regina. Done. Look at him. Hey, guess what? He's 16. Oh, okay, cool. But the part where the actual crime itself, which as this was coming together, and I was like, whatever, because I'm like, yeah, I get it. The above the head murder, the whole thing, the sky crime.
We can see it.
And the idea of like planning it out to make it think it was a person and then pulling it back up, all, yeah. You're right. That's a very Phoenix Wright thing to do.
And you see like before and after, and you need to Baba is you the reasoning in the middle.
Exactly.
And what the fuck?
Right? And if you were to go, yeah, man, Acro as an acrobat was able to do all that and do it while making people think it was the person himself, or whatever the case is. Whatever the fuck that was, getting there while following a cartoon but still reasonable train of logic is so infuriating. I don't know what to do with myself. I'm like livid that was what the actual explanation was.
Yep. Nonsense. Alright, let's get out of this. You wait just a second there, Mr. Wright. As much as you try, as much as you scheme, this just isn't true. It can't be.
It's still a little early to be getting so upset, Miss Von Karma. This circus isn't over yet. There is our music. Have the creators of Phoenix Wright, the writers, the team, anybody, have they ever talked about this? Have they ever acknowledged this? Has there ever been any interviews or behind the scenes? Any insights?
Are there like some bed of chaos level regrets about this case?
Japan loves this case. Don't do that. Shu Takumi was drunk when he wrote the game. Is that real? Is that in fact a fact?
Maybe we should have been drunk to truly understand.
Maybe.
And not even like the good kind of drunk, like fine whiskey, like Pabst Blue Ribbon.
No, not tipsy.
Yeah, Pabst Blue Ribbon, 12-pack.
Blackout.
The strong one, Oh, God. What? Oh, my God, don't show it again.
The impact of the bust on the victim threw the cloak up, which snagged onto the bust. The impact also caused the sound a certain witness heard, prompting him to take a look. That witness was, of course, Lawrence Mo Curls, the clown. When Mo looked out the window, the cloak had already snagged onto the bust. Now... and the hat. Having completed the crime, Acro naturally went up, pulling up the murder weapon. Not just the bust. Not just the cloak.
Oh, so that hat is the bust hat?
The hat of the bust.
And the hat on the ground.
The hat of the bust.
Yeah.
Primarily because in his wheelchair he couldn't see out of his window, so he just kept pulling the bust up. Clap! Clap! And that's how the magical murderer disappearing into the sky came to be. Oh, brother, this case stinks!
You can say that again.
So you see, the only person who could have pulled this off is the one person who was able to drop the murder weapon from above the crime scene. Acro, it could only have been you. It wasn't a sky crime.
It was not a sky crime.
It was the most grounded possible crime it could be.
Pretty based. Acro's been playing mind games with all of us.
He sure has. But he has come to the end of his rope now.
So?
What now?
You've graced us with a rather long-winded tale. But do you have any evidence to prove that your fairy tale is true? Evidence?
I feel like Phoenix is making the explanation that a bullshit rival prosecutor would be making to get out of trouble. That's the type of explanation that the murderer on the stand would use.
Yeah. Reasonable doubt.
To escape being guilty.
In this court, only two things matter. The power of evidence and the power of my whip. Don't forget the power of my gavel as well. Mr. Wright, the prosecution brings up a good point. Can't we see some evidence? Nick, they say they want evidence. Don't worry, Maya. We'll bullshit our way out of this too.
Just because once the window pops up, you're not allowed to pause. I just explained how there can only be one possible murder method, but there's still something unusual about Mo's eyewitness account.
Unusual?
A contradiction, actually.
Okay then, use that and get out of this jam. That's enough talking amongst yourselves. Let her in anyway. Anyway, proceed, Mr. Wright. Present some evidence to the court that backs your claim. I want hard proof that you have unraveled the trick to this magic case.
No problem, Your Honor. If you see right here, the rope that was used to...
Oh. Damn.
So, this could have been phrased better, assuming... Do they want me to now explain his reasons for revenge? Do they want me to now explain the whole act in 6 parts?
I don't know, but whatever leads towards the end. No one is impressed. Guilty! Worst case ever.
Well, you see, Your Honor, the hard proof is that this pepper that was in the case is accusing the person who used it of getting bitten by the lion who was then shot for hurting a person 6 months prior, leading to Acro's quest for revenge. Is that the answer you were looking for?
Not now.
Yes, but... yes, but no.
Something unusual about Mo's eyewitness account.
Mo's eyewitness account. He said he saw stuff, but then he was lying. He didn't see stuff. He heard stuff. He heard one thud, and he got up and he went to go look at it, but it was too hard to see because it was snowy outside as well. The thing I was wondering initially as he was recapping this was, why wouldn't you hear two thuds? The thud of the murder and then the dropping of the box. But maybe he never picked the box up to begin with.
Yeah, he was bending down, right?
Right, so fine.
So he heard the thud of the thing falling.
So if you want to say the sound was not the dropping of the box, but in fact the dropping of the statue.
Yeah.
One thud. Fine. The other things he mentioned in his testimony was that, yeah, he looked out and he saw it float up. And he mentions the weather. The weather is not a part of this. He mentioned the sound. The sound is not the part of this. Me jumping to the conclusion of why revenge is being taken is not what they're asking for here. They want to know what is unusual about Mo's eyewitness account. What am I forgetting about Mo's eyewitness account? I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm not sure. A contradiction.
It never said he picked up the box, right? Nowhere did we ever read that the box was lifted off the ground.
Not that I recall.
Yeah. In fact, the crime scene doesn't even show a disturbance in the snow from the box. So, it's not about the sound he heard. Because that's like, what did he say about the testimony? He brought up the fight, but that was not on the stand. Something about this photo?
I don't know. Nothing calls to me.
Something about his timing? Something about the raise? I almost have to go back and look at Mo's testimony. Like, I don't remember anything else. Why can't we just go back in the log, man?
Yeah, that would be pretty far back.
If you can't remember and I can't remember, like, I'm like, yeah, shit.
Like, what do they want here?
Well, this is like the third or fourth time that Mo's testimony has come up in a really crucial way, but like, we have no way of going back to the specifics. So, okay, Mo says the ringmaster was face down in the snow because when he looked out the window. Prosecution helped him fill in the gaps in his statement. Mo's statement was about the silhouette. The silk hat, the black cloak were all there. He was missing the roses. Could it be the symbols?
Like, Mo didn't see the flowers?
Because the flowers are not on the statue. they're blocked. And if it's hooking on backwards, then you wouldn't be able to see them anyway.
Okay, yeah.
This is where the flowers are.
In front.
And his hand, and if you look at the statue, this is what you see.
And the cloak was laying
hanging
on
on top of the cards. The problem is Max's 3 symbols. You know, the silk hat, the cloak, and the white roses.
Those symbols were a problem numerous times during yesterday's proceedings.
Yesterday, there were 2 contradictions in Mo's testimony.
The silk hat was one. The white roses were the other.
But the theory I just presented explains all these contradictions.
You fool! Do you ever shut up?
Max's silk hat was found at the scene of the crime. However, remember what Mo said yesterday? He testified that the criminal he saw fleeing the scene was wearing a silk hat. There's only one explanation for that. The silk hat Mo saw was actually the busts.
Yes. Makes sense. If you look at it that way, then he did see the silk hat. Well, sort of. Fine, you've got one. But what about the other contradiction? The other contradiction. Remember what that ventriloquist said in court? He said that he witnessed white roses on Max's chest that night.
We already been over this stupid shit, but we're gonna have to double down on it to close out the case.
But the clown's testimony doesn't match. The clown said that there are no white roses. I'd like to see you try and explain that one away. Can you do it, Nick?
Of course, I can explain all of it.
What was that?
Please recall the instant when the cloak snagged on the bust. If the cloak snagged onto the bust, what happened to the white roses? This screenshot right here. PhoenixWright.jpg. Do you get it yet? If the cloak snagged onto the front of the bust, it means that the white roses would end up on the back of the bust. Which explains why Mo didn't see them. The white roses were not visible because they were on the back side of the bust.
Order! Order! This is quite the shocking state of affairs. Mr. Wright's theory still sounds a bit absurd to me. However, let's just keep going down this road for a while and see where it leads.
I stand corrected. JusticeForAll.jpg.
Yes, let's be nice with the franchise. Let's do this, Nick. Maybe Von Karma will finally throw in the towel. Oh. Well, so much for that theory.
I'll say something nice. I like the idea of a villain who does not have a crack sprite. I like the idea of a villain who's like, yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's cool. Mr. Wright, do you mind?
But it might be too early for that.
You took the time to research our circus, didn't you?
Well, yes, I did. Is there something making you think I didn't?
If you did, then maybe you'll understand why I think you're off track.
Why is that?
Motive. This witness feels an incredible debt of gratitude towards the ringmaster. Anyone with a relation to the circus is well aware of this. Thus, there is absolutely no way someone like this would kill the ringmaster.
Yeah, someone like this would say, to the person who did the kill, show up here, and I will kill you without looking, and then justice will be done. No matter what the weather, I know that the person who's standing here is guilty. Otherwise, why would they have shown up?
That's pretty sound. Your Honor, I'd like you to hear Akro's story. Oh, he's not done yet. Learn about his relationship with the ringmaster and his life up until now. What do we do? There's no doubting that Acro deeply respected the ringmaster.
Acro's motive.
It seems that this case isn't over yet. Very well. However, I feel this is a good place to take a break.
That's it. I'm right-clicking.
Oh, yeah. Let's listen to the rest of Mr. Digling's testimony after recess.
Never be game over.
This court will now take a 10-minute recess.
This LP will now take a 10-minute recess. Oh, wait, I already took it.
Damn it.
That's day 2?
God damn. All right, progress. We're progressing, right? We're moving forward. It's good. It's all good. It's all good.
Shit.
It's all good, baby.
Holy shit.
All good in the hood.
I just... How are we doing for time?
Come on. We can chop it up. Come on. We're so close, right? Right, folks? We're so close.
I do not love the idea of fucking waltzing back in.
Come on. Not every case will be a walk in the park. Sometimes it's a cross country.
It's
doable. What time is it? 2:17 p.m. Wow, that's a long day.
Can't believe it, Acro. It's pretty shocking, isn't it? It definitely is. To think he was always the most straightforward of the group. Jeez, am I that hated?
Acro tried to pin the murder on you on purpose.
He did? but I'm nothing but little old nobody, you know?
But you're not, which is kind of the reason why.
Hey, pal. You're gonna ignore me after I went through all this trouble to bring you some evidence?
Ah, Detective Gumshoe.
Yeah, forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyways.
Oh my god, Gumshoe.
Now, Detective, I'm sorry. Look, why don't you relax a little?
We've got some really tasty milk.
How about a card trick, Detective? Well, if you insist.
Now, about that evidence you mentioned. What is it?
There you go.
Huh? This was yesterday in Acro's room.
Yep, and I've included it in the forensic results. I'll take a look at it later. I completely forgot about that.
Dude, we didn't touch half the evidence in our pockets right now. And
but we looked at that.
Yeah, and Francisco was like, give me that.
And she just took it.
Won't Miss Von Karma be mad that you're doing this?
What a psychotic length to put on you know the gif of like writing the pen with the pen on fire?
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's cooking. Like the page is frosting over with cold.
Oh.
As they're writing.
I thought we were writing with goat shit.
That's worse, sure. Fine. It's crazy how they're like, and then the third act. And you're like, bitch, we barely survived 2.
Goat shit burns pretty well. You know? It just...
Yeah, but I hate to imply fire because that almost like implies like something cool happened. That's why this is all a secret. Huh? Look, details are on a need-to-know basis, and we're not really allies or anything. But everything that's happened in court up until now has gone according to our plan.
I don't know. Miss Von Karma didn't seem in control of things in there just now.
You'll just figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were set in motion. Final plans? Oh? The revolution? What? Uh-huh. That reminds me. I got a message from the prosecutor for you. Nothing is ever truly decided until the very end.
That's right, Gumshoe.
That's it. That's it for me too, pal. I'm out of here.
What did he mean by that? The very end part.
I'm not sure. It's all pretty cryptic to me. Oh, one more thing. Edgeworth says hi.
Oh, don't scare me like that.
Looks like there's a large care package from the circus and for the defendant. What? For me? It's milk. The reception area looks like it's some kind of dairy. So hurry up and drink it all before it spoils out. An entire dairy's worth of milk? For me?
Yeah, that much milk is not good for you.
Bad. Very bad. Your body rejects it.